Hey, Shalom, this is your brother Yonathan. Alright, first and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ruach HaKodesh. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say Shalom to all the brothers, and of course the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your house. Now, the Lord is not squeamish about death. In fact, as most of the listeners know, the Lord sanctions all death. In the book of Isaiah, it says that the Lord killeth and maketh alive. Now, I know it's, somebody who's new that may have watched a few videos. Why are these guys always talking about death and the Lord killing people? Well, the scriptures also say, through the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. Okay? So a fishing tactic for those who have the capacity to fear the Lord, which is the beginning of wisdom, we bring these things up. So just so you know, when somebody's just going about their day and all of a sudden something happens to them, the Lord sanctions it. The Lord is the one killing it. He's the Almighty. Meaning there's nobody, there's no entity, okay, that has any power or authority in the earth, and the Lord didn't give it to him ultimately. That should strike a chord within a person to want to be on good terms with the Lord of hosts. Now, I'm going to run a clip for you guys, and we're going to respond to it through the Spirit. Abba Ratzah, the lesson is edifying. All right, shalom.
I'm 22 right now. So when I'm about 38, they can have a son right now. When I'm 38, their son gonna be turning 16. And get their son killed. Yeah, this ain't gonna never stop. Never in history.
If they're upset to you, let's call a truce. And let's forget what's happened in the past.
Negative. That negative, you know why? Man, we got little ones in the ground behind you. You feel me? Blood, you feel me?
But bro, how's it ever gonna end?
Nah, it ain't gonna end.
But did you know
Everybody die.
It ain't gonna never end. It can't end. Real shit. It ain't gonna never end. 1000%. It'll never end.
And let me ask you a question then. So if you're upset to you, let's just end it and call a truce.
It ain't no end. It ain't no sponsor B.
That would.
Cause he ain't the only person who in it. One nigga can say it, other niggas still gonna be on that same other shit. Still gonna be on that other shit.
So how does it end, bro?
It's in the blood shit.
The killer just keep
It's interesting you say that, bro, because every interview I go to,
the next generation, then his son go look up, see what's going on, then go continue.
Let me put it like
They
this.
son go continue.
You got some of our children, like older folks that got killed before we even jumped in the street. So like,
Not hear
we
it.
young, can't really do shit about it, so we really just get out
seeing
here.
this shit
We been
since we
seeing
was
this shit
young.
since we were young.
Now I want to talk about our people, right? It's prophesied in the scriptures that 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed, are going to be killed by the Lord, because they completely lack a fear for Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. All right? Are you telling me individuals like this shouldn't be removed? Now that may sound harsh to someone who's unlearned about how life and death works according to the scriptures. Death isn't final, okay? If you want to get more understanding on that, type in GMS regeneration or GMS reincarnation. Brothers have done thousands of videos over the years. You might have to dig a little bit because YouTube shadow bans a lot of our videos. But if you type it in and you scroll a little bit, put a little effort for it, you'll be able to find videos on the topic. And if you can't find it, go in the comment section and say, hey, could you go into this topic for me? And I'll do it. I've done lessons on it as well. But I don't mind doing it over again. Repetition is the father of skill. All right? Let's get some precepts really quick. All right, so this is the book of Zechariah, the 13th chapter, and we're going to go down to verse 8. Because I mentioned to you that it's prophesied for 2/3 of our people to be destroyed. It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. Now this is talking about 2/3 of the people of the nation of Israel. So if you divide it into 3 equal pieces in a pie, so-called Black, Latino, and Native American people, and the speckled bird Israelites that may not necessarily look like us via complexion. That's billions of people that you're talking about that are going to die, that the Lord's going to kill. Okay? We're talking about the same power that killed everybody on earth and saved 8 persons during the flood. Okay? Again, he's not squeamish about death. A lot of it's going to be going down. And the shelter from that is those who walk uprightly towards him and offend less, like it says in Sirach. They can be abundantly pardoned and hid during that time. They're not going to be taken out of the way completely. They're going to be in the midst of it, but they're going to be protected during the commencing of all of that death that's going to be going down. And you want that pass, right? You want to be on that side. The scriptures say salvation is as a wave to a drop. When you go to 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, 15 and 16. It's going to be a lot of death that's going on, man. And individuals like the ones we just watched in the clip, it only makes sense that they're removed. How could they be beneficial to a new government set up by our people? They have to be destroyed here and born again through the elect that were saved. Okay, because you come back within the seed line of your father, and all those Israelites that are going to be killed, they're going to come back in the kingdom of heaven, which is what we're pushing for, because there's going to be a righteous government that reigns on the earth. Okay? And the elect men, starting with Yahushua, who the world only calls Jesus, King David on down, the 144,000 are going to be governing that new world order in righteousness. You got the wicked who are trying to set up an NWO on the left-hand side, but there's a righteous one written in the scriptures. Okay? They're trying to set up the NWO, which is what was really given to, you know, the seed line that received the promise. So everything they're trying to do on the left-hand side, there's a righteous version of it on the right-hand side. Okay? All right, so you look at the guys in that clip, man, they got to be reset. And, you know, a lot of people watching this, they'll say, well, not all so-called black people are like that. You're right. Those would be niggas. Chris Rock had a joke some years back. He did a stand-up. Okay? He said, you got black people, then you got niggas. And black people don't like niggas. Right? And it's true. You got Jake Aranda, you know, in the society who they got jobs that they're trying to do right. You know, they're not like those people we just watched in the video. But the thing is, with black people, they still forward the vibration of Esau Edom. They still want to continue on in this society. For instance, if you got a black person, right, or a well-to-do black person, and you told them, hey, the Lord's getting ready to destroy the society and anything that resembles it tomorrow, they'd be like, oh, hey, stop, I still got stuff I want to do. Stuff you want to do where? In this backward society? In this queendom? In this filth? But to them, it doesn't even dawn on them that this is filth. And even if it does, they don't want, they hear about the kingdom, how it's going to be established. That's not appealing to them. They don't want the will of Yahweh Shah to be forwarded. So they too are going to be destroyed. So if you're talking about the 2/3, all right, that pie with 3 pieces, you got niggas in it, you got black folk, and you got the elect of the nation of Israel. And the elect don't like black people or niggas. You know, so that joke was pretty kind of spiritual a little bit when I think about it, man. He was describing, okay, the 2/3 is almost two different groups of people. You got niggas, you got, you know, black folk in it, and both of them are, you know, need to go. And you got some who dibble dabble in both. Yeah, this place needs a reset button. Whereas the beloved Elder Ariala here in Dallas camp, Earth needs new management, okay? And the elect of the nation of Israel are advocates for that new management. And there's particular things that happen in the earth for that new management to take hold, okay? And which is a lot of destruction, a lot of death, World War III, the MOTB, which is the RFID chip, being made mandatory to function within society so you can buy or sell, right? You can't buy or sell in a society, you can't function in it. A lot of groups don't go into that. Many things, you know, not many things, it's really boiled down to a few things now that have to happen before this righteous government, before paradise on the earth, as the Lord promised to set up, before we're given new bodies and all these things, okay? That's what the elect are going to be advocates for. If you truly fear the Lord, you're also going to love him, and you're going to be wanting, you know, what he wants, all right, which is the kingdom of heaven to be established. You're not going to be a advocate for America, Babylon the Great. When we go to Jeremiah, the 28th chapter, and the 8th verse, and we'll get it. All right, so this is Jeremiah 28:8. It's a great precept to start camp with. I believe the Chicago camp, they usually open up with this, and rightfully so, because it's encapsulates the energy that the prophets are to be in, and that the believers. All right, so Jeremiah 28:8, it says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old, meaning all the prophets, prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. And when you read this, you realize the prophets, or the men of the Lord, or the believers, were never advocates for the kingdoms that ruled or that they dwelled in. May have been upright citizens in those kingdoms, but they weren't advocates for it. They were advocates for the kingdom of heaven, as are you to be. Okay? And there's certain things that you're going to have a disdain for. To love righteousness is to hate wickedness. All right? The Lord tells us to hate the abomination vehemently. Okay? So, Abaratazah, the lessons that I find, I want to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Hakodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers, of course, a few sisters who are pursuing this truth and sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.